crypto is in a very friendly spot right now.
Yep, there's a lot of allies.
Tariffs aren't that friendly for everyone else, but for crypto, we're doing good.
It's a good time to be invested in crypto, apparently.
At least for the future push, 100%.
Got a lot of allies on our side right now.
Welcome back, everyone,
To another week
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes Crypto,
the Unscripted.
Crypto Podcast.
Hey, yo.
Tell us, William. Tell us all the exciting stuff that's been going on in the past couple days since our last recording.
Yeah, well, since the last time we recorded to when this is actually being recorded, it's been a while. But from the time it was posted to when this is recorded, it's been less time than that.
Has it been a while? When did we record? Tuesday?
Yeah, it's been a week since recorded, but it's getting posted a week later.
Yeah, it did get posted a little late, but that's fine. It's you know how we've been lately. There's a lot going on in our lives.
Yo, I love how he says we. It wasn't a me fault. It was only his end issue.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there. There's always
See what I'm saying?
There's been a couple delays along the way.
There was one delay, but whatever. So, market has not moved much since we recorded last. We're still hovering at $108,866. We haven't done much. We go up, we go down a bit, but nothing crazy in the week that has passed. I did also research the the
moving average,
the simple moving averages.
Okay.
And to your point, you were correct. So the reason why one line is longer than the other is because it needs that prior time for, like, if it the 300 day, since it needs 300 days of daily candle data to print out the first marker of the line.
Mm-hmm.
Versus the 200, that one needs 200. So that's why there's a 100-day difference between one and the other.
Yeah.
And the same applies for if you want to do weekly.
Whatever time frame.
But since it didn't have that back data, it's the reason why which
the 200
sense.
What was it, 200 week? No, it was a 200 month data that we were trying to do at the very beginning. You wanted
the 12th month.
Yeah, 12 months. So yeah, that was never gonna happen. That's literally a candle per year for 200 years.
Something like that.
Or is it? It's 12 candles, like 12 months, for 200 months.
Correct.
Something along those lines. But either way,
that was never going to happen.
Impossibly large number. Yeah, that's why we had that issue. But then that explains why the difference in the length when we saw it in the last episode. Well, yeah, when we actually pulled up the week one,
the daily, but yes.
And we did the weekly.
We did both.
Yeah.
And like I said, no one looks at that except for this one guy I saw on Reddit.
That's true. That one guy.
No one looks at the weekly average SMAs. It's all the data, but not the
200 week SMA. What is simple?
Simple.
Okay.
And the other one's exponential moving average.
Interesting. What's exponential about it?
Stop it. I don't. It's the way they chart the data is different.
William's like, stop it. You're giving me more homework to do.
You're giving me more homework. I don't know I don't know the exact science in the way it's calculated, each one. I just know the way they work.
Okay. Is that not the same thing?
No, it's not. It's not. Because I can tell you it's taking into account more data, but I can't tell you what the difference in data they're taking into account.
Okay, because you don't even use the EMA, you use the SMA.
No, the only EMA I use, I think, are two of them. It's the 100 and the 9.
Okay.
That's it. And it's just because of the data set that are different that I'm looking at. That's it. But I can't tell you the difference between one and the other.
Okay. Should you? Okay. One day we'll have answers.
Jesus. I should have looked it up. I just didn't.
Yeah, but William, it's not your fault because I also just come up with random questions on the fly.
But yeah, you, to your point, what you said last week was that.
That makes sense. I think that's not really too much of a surprise. And yeah, again, first person that I see who asks for the weekly SMA, I was like, weekly? And then when I saw 50,000, I was like, that is low. And then I was like, oh wait, but that's because they're looking at a weekly scale, and 200 weeks is a very long time. So then I wasn't surprised with it being at 50, but I was surprised, like you were, with someone measuring the weekly SMA. Particularly for a Bitcoin loan that isn't going to be open for all that long. At most 52 weeks.
So ChatGPT says real quick that the EMA takes into account all past prices in the selected period, but gives more weight to the most recent prices. This weighing makes it more sensitive to certain price changes compared to the simple moving average, which treats all prices as equal.
I see. Yeah. So
I wasn't far off in my vague explanation.
No. That's true. But also, in the sense of like relative to the question at hand, using the 200-week EMA or the weekly EMA would make more sense for this particular like discussion post that I was reading on Reddit. And thinking about it now, I don't remember if the guy was talking about EMA or SMA.
It would make more sense the SMA.
Okay.
Because he used the SMA because we got the same price
because we had
SMA.
50. Yeah, correct. You're right. He did use the SMA, but in the sense of this particular like discussion, where the original poster, the OP, was taking out a loan just to buy Bitcoin. The commenter was referencing the 200-week SMA when probably the 200-week EMA would have been a more appropriate metric or indicator to look at.
Maybe. I would have never used weeks.
Yeah, now I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is it very different to see the EMA versus the SMA on TradingView?
No. Quite easy. You want to see him?
Kinda.
Okay.
I think it's time to pull up the charts, William, and maybe other discussions might flow out outside of this one little tangent that we gotta put a pin in.
Let me hide. So we're gonna turn off these two. We're gonna compare the 200 SMA and the 200 EMA. This is where they both are. There's not a huge price difference.
I see.
This is on daily. It's a daily SMA and EMA for the 200.
The red one being
red one being SMA 200 and white being EMA.
I see.
And it looks like they're about to cross again.
Would that mean anything?
I don't know. You'd have to look at it in history to see if it means something or not. I wouldn't be able to tell you just by off rip knowledge.
Fair.
The only two that really haven't anyone ever really mentions are the 250 when those two cross.
Okay. Again, I don't.
But yeah,
If you guys are new here, I don't trade all that much. William trades more than me, and I just ask random questions on the charts occasionally.
pretty accurate.
Got to make him think.
Yep. You have any more questions for the chart?
No, I'm good on this. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
good. I suppose.
While we're here, dominance is coming down. Just a bit. It's on some support, but we do want it to lose all that. But other than that, there ain't much. Oh, look, it lost its upwards trend, actually, looking at it now.
The red.
The red, correct.
The red line.
Correct, the red line. So we shall see if it continues. Which, if it does continue to go down, it will probably. This is a likely bounce area. This rectangle right here, and where this line is. So we'll need to lose both of these things to continue to push down to another trend line.
Yeah, and the reason why a decrease in dominance and Bitcoin dominance is desirable is because it usually means
your alt bag will run.
Yeah, assuming money is still flowing in. Or staying
Well,
the
it
same.
doesn't matter if money flows in, as long as money doesn't flow out.
Yeah, staying the same.
Yeah. But that's really it. Bitcoin hasn't changed. Nothing's really changed since then. Bitcoin, this chart's a little full. Bitcoin is sitting at literally the same spot we were looking at the other day. It's just broken out. It's played around here. We still have resistance at the previous all-time high. To make a higher, we need to make a higher high, meaning break above, close above, retest, make a new support, and continue our uptrend. But other than that, not much more has happened.
Yeah, it's been pretty stable, pretty consistent for the past few months.
Week.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about the past few months, but okay. Yeah, we've been in a range.
Different levels.
Actually, to add to you, we've been in a range. So yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. Since we have been in the range, yeah, we have been pretty stable. Since we've broken out, like if you count when we've lost and came back, we've been ranging now at this new level. So like 99 or 98 is our floor, and our top is 111.
Yeah,
I'll give it to you.
April looked like a really good time to be buying Bitcoin.
You got no. I mean, yeah, we had 72. So we shall see what happens as we continue. But on that fun note, there is some news, nothing drastic or crazy, but there is some.
Okay.
So
good news?
One I found interesting. I would say if it's not bad news, it's not technically good news, right?
If it's not bad news, it's technically good news. I suppose that's true.
Right? So the good news that we have is that the SEC is gonna happen.
Nothing. I had to yawn, and I was trying to not let it go out.
Oh,
it was a weird face. I was very aware of that. I'm very aware that was a weird face.
A little crazy. But SEC is looking to add essentially a template for any new ETPs / crypto ETFs that want to be launched, which could potentially reduce the approval time from 240 days to 75 days.
Wow, that's a drastic change in time.
Yeah, they would essentially be getting rid of the 19B4 form, which is what causes the drastic wait time difference.
Yeah,
between.
That's crazy.
So
that's actually a huge difference.
Yeah. So that would help it fast track.
You said ETFs and ETPs? Exchange products?
Yeah, so an ETP is, yes, correct. An exchange traded product.
Okay. Interesting. So like not like Robinhood's tokenized stocks that we talked about last week. Not the same thing.
No.
Okay.
No.
Removing form 19B4.
Yeah. And it would also make it that if they would require it, it would be under the circumstance that whatever token they're trying to add does not meet the requirements of whatever the new template that they're creating would be.
Okay, so the form, the 19B4 that would add a bunch of days to this whole process would only be required if the token that's being added to the product, the ETP or the ETF, is not compliant without needing the 19B4 form.
Not even compliant. It just could be lacking something.
Certain, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it's a degree of compliancy, because you could be compliant to degrees.
No, because if they still get approved, they're still compliant. It's just that they need more information about it.
Okay, I see. I follow what you mean.
Doesn't necessarily mean that they're not compliant. It just means that whatever they need more information to make the approve or not approval than what that form provides.
Okay, and is there a time frame for when that effect is going to take place, or?
So I saw on the returns. So there is no. Oh, I'm sorry, my eye. Got in my eye. There's nothing specific said or set in stone just yet, but that the SEC is working on it like yesterday. Like they're trying to get it out as soon as possible.
Okay.
To fast track all the ETFs that are trying to get approval.
Very cool. We got a friendly SEC now, apparently.
Crypto is in a very friendly spot right now.
Yep. There's a lot of allies.
Tariffs aren't that friendly for everyone else, but for crypto, we're doing good.
It's a good time to be invested in crypto, apparently.
At least
we got a lot of allies on our side right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, on that note, tariffs were pushed back. We're set another. What's the word I'm looking for?
Delayed.
Exemption. Yeah, another delay.
Exemption
until August. Yeah, until August.
August 1st, I believe, is what I saw.
August 1st. Yeah. Trump reached out to specific countries, stating that since they didn't want to play ball, that there's no negotiations or anything reached like by August 1st, that they're getting slapped with 30% tariffs.
Yeah. So we still don't currently have a new chair for the SEC, do we?
I think we do. Pretty sure we mentioned this.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know that Chair Gary Gensler resigned January 2025. And that's what I see here also on the SEC.gov page. But I don't see a page for the current... Paul Atkins?
Yeah, it's Paul Atkins.
Paul Atkins.
Yeah, he was appointed April 21st. I think we mentioned this.
Yeah. I was trying to remember who his name is. The reason why I bring it up is because I searched up who is the chair of the SEC, and the first thing that I'm presented with is Gary Gensler, and that is not true. But it's the SEC.gov webpage for Gary Gensler as the former chair. I had to scroll down a little bit to find Paul Atkins being sworn in on April 21st.
Yeah. And then Mark Uyeda was the acting chair until they appointed Atkins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We definitely have talked about this. We haven't really talked too much about Paul Atkins as of late,
because he doesn't need he's a superhero. He doesn't wear a cape. He just does God's work behind the scene. That's it. That's all you need to know. What more is there?
Yeah,
There's
pretty
nothing more
much.
needed.
Pretty much. That does sum it up pretty decently.
But on that note, so apparently Trump is calling for a federal review of Chairman Jerome Powell.
Jay Powell is getting reviewed.
Well, he's calling for it. I don't think anything has been filed yet.
Okay.
But he definitely wants... Trump definitely wants Powell to get investigated to have an excuse to get him out of there, even though he can't. So I would like to see how that would work. Actually, I wouldn't like to see that because that would mean bad things for the markets.
Powell gets reviewed.
Nah, Powell gets
bad for the
outed.
market. Yeah, because we know how Powell works. Yeah, any uncertainty is bad for the market.
Correct.
I really want to shill Bitcoin right now.
You want to what?
Shill Bitcoin.
Oh, shill?
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by Bitcoin, so you can shill it all you want.
I suppose you're right. So, essentially, Powell being removed causes uncertainty in the markets for the U.S. government's dollar value. Why? Because now we don't know if the new guy is going to print more dollars or reduce interest rates or keep interest rates.
Nah, he's going to reduce interest rates.
Likely going to
reduce his interest.
Yes, correct. But also,
even if the news is bad and he shouldn't lower rates, he would lower rates.
That's fair, but then
at
this point, causing uncertainty because we don't know how much he's going to cut it or to what degree and like how long. As opposed to, and this, mind you, this is a cycle that will change because once a new president comes in or a certain amount of time passes and the new chair of the Fed steps in, that's a new period of uncertainty. Essentially what I'm getting at is these periods of uncertainty will never exist under Bitcoin's issuance rate, because that's been fixed for now till the end of eternity, essentially. We know that there are currently 3.125 Bitcoin being minted every 10 minutes. And in a couple years, that's going to get slashed in half. And we know pretty much exactly when that's going to happen. We have an estimate at the very least. But that will happen. And then 4 years from then, same thing. 4 years after that, again, so on and so forth, forever. As opposed to these, what's it called? Fed chairs, willy-nilly increasing or decreasing interest rates. That's my show.
I need to push back here because it's definitely not willy-nilly.
It's mostly willy-nilly.
It's definitely not willy-nilly.
Yeah, I don't know, William. It sounds willy-nilly to me.
It's definitely not willy-nilly. If it was willy-nilly, I think we would have lower rates. Or higher, or we would have had higher rates when they're raising rates.
It's someone's opinion. It's definitely an opinion-based matter.
It's definitely not opinion-based.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely not.
Okay, so William, do you think
if Powell's doing his actual job, and that means they're all gathering, looking at the economic data to make the best decision for what to do next. If we look at it, if we think they're doing the job correctly,
Mm-hmm. I don't know. To me,
That's like saying oh no, we're only ordering more burger buns because we feel like we're running out of burger buns.
we think we're gonna run out of burger buns. Correct. That's literally what they're doing. They think. They're not even sure.
No, that's not what they're doing. They're taking into account how many burgers they have left, how many burgers they sell in a week, or in the time frame needed before they run out. And they're like, okay, so we don't have to buy just yet. We run out typically by this set of time, this date, because we sell X amount of burgers. Okay, we should be ordering burgers by X date.
It's an approximation.
Yeah, not willy nilly. Approximation isn't willy nilly.
They're to me close enough. I understand where you're coming from with this statement, because it is like their best assumption. They're working with the best information that they have available to them. There should be best and brightest minds on the world for this specific problem solving. However, they're solving for a problem that was created by the system, when Bitcoin system is fixed in nature, as in there's no problem to solve because it's fixed issuance.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just saying the reason they only have one lever, which is
not willy nilly.
Lower rates.
It's not willy nilly. You're right, William. It's not willy nilly.
I'm just saying it's not.
But it's damn close. My opinion.
Yeah, but you're saying all governments are willy nilly then?
Oh yeah, 100%. That I will also say. All fiat, willy nilly. That's the what's it called? The phrase of the episode.
Willy nilly.
Yeah, because we've said that like 20 times in the past 2 minutes.
I mean, if anything, this podcast is willy nilly.
Oh, that's damn straight. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. In certain cases.
No, you
expressions of art. This is the Unscripted Crypto Podcast, William.
Controlling the lever of interest is an expression of art.
This guy.
Expression of art.
That is, I suppose, but the problem with this is that people's lives are on the line when you're controlling the levels of interest of money.
People, I mean, they are on the line. That's why they didn't continue to raise rates, because they were like, I don't want to lay off.
Yeah, fair, reasonable.
Not the point, but
that was
whatever. They want to get. They're trying to look for an excuse to get Powell out of there.
Yeah, but we've been knowing that Trump doesn't like Powell for a while.
Also, I don't think Trump doesn't like Powell. I just think Powell is going against what Trump wants, which he should, because the Federal Reserve is technically independent. Mm-hmm. So if they're acting independent to what the president wants, then I guess they're doing their job right.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess they're doing their job right.
That's checks and balances working out for you right there.
But yeah, that's that. Whether or not Congress is going to actually investigate Powell is a different story.
I don't think Powell's going to lose his job. I don't think Powell.
I think Powell will retire when his time comes.
Honestly. So this has been said before, where Powell is more influential than the actual president. And
that is said.
In this particular case, I really don't think Powell gives two craps of what Trump's opinion on him is.
Oh, zero. I actually think Powell does, because Powell can't get outed by the president.
Exactly.
So he's like, you cry about all you want. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna put on my tinfoil hat. I'm gonna leave that there because
tinfoil hat time. Let's get it.
I wasn't gonna do that.
Tinfoil hats are on. Come on.
It's too far. It's too far fetched. Some people would
All right,
actually
go
get
for it.
offended.
We love Farfetch. Say it.
Some people would actually
Tell
get
us.
offended, but
That's fine.
Should someone in the government, not saying anyone in particular, but should someone in the government with substantial enough influence does not like another person in government, there's not to say, and they don't have any official power of removing said person, they might have other less than legal ways of removing the third party.
Alex just said they're gonna assassinate Powell.
That's
He literally just said they're gonna assassinate. He said
I-
Trump's. He said someone in government, more likely than not, the president may assassinate Powell. Hypothetically,
I'm
In
not
the
saying
scenario
that
he's
I'm not
playing
saying
out.
that he will. I'm not saying that he will.
you're saying they're gonna pull Clinton?
I'm saying there's possibilities. Clinton. What happened with Clinton?
I mean, apparently it's rumored and tinfoil hatted that they have killed the most amount of people trying to protect themselves.
I have heard of that one as well.
I mean, you never heard the conspiracy that Obama got the chef killed that they found like
Oh, yeah, I did hear
dead
that
on the lake.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not Obama himself, but
the
Obamas. Yeah,
general.
general. The wild conspiracy part of that is like, oh no, it's because they were sleeping together and they couldn't have that
Yeah,
come out, and they
yeah.
iced the chef.
The chef got iced. Again, conspiracy and
Conspiracy. None of this is
not-
factual.
we're not pushing any of
tinfoil
this.
hats. Neither. We push Bitcoin. Alex
all
only
about
shows Bitcoin 24.
it's all about the blockchain, baby.
You see, conspiracies are just fun.
Yeah, it's just for conversation. That's really all this is for.
Can we want to stay in this rabbit hole for like an extra for one more like five minutes?
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. I'll accept.
So the new director of the FBI,
Mm-hmm.
you know who it is, right? Kash Patel, and
Okay.
and who's ever working with him. His name's, I forgot his first name, but his last name is Bongino. So Kash Patel went on Rogan. This was a couple weeks ago now, saying very confidently, Epstein did not kill himself. I mean, Epstein did kill himself. That it was suicide.
FBI said that recently.
Director.
Director.
Well, a couple weeks ago, that as they were investigating the files, that Epstein did commit suicide in his
sounds
cell.
to me like Kash Patel is on the Epstein list.
Rogan pushed on it for as long as he could before he's like, you know what? It's irrelevant. At this point, like, it doesn't like.
So Kash Patel was on Rogan's podcast.
Yeah, he talked about this.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's-
Rogan questioned about like, so what's going on with the Epstein files, this and that.
And he was like, he did not kill himself. And
He
Rogan
said
was
he did.
pushing.
Rogan, Rogan. Kash Patel said that he did kill himself. It was
It was suicide.
We're gonna get fucking censored for that.
Oh no, this episode's definitely not getting. This was shadow banned for a fact.
Yeah, but it can't. It's wild, and that's apparently.
Apparently, no Epstein files exist.
Yeah, I saw that today too. That there was no files. Like the guy who had it on his desk just didn't. And he goes, "No, I never had it." After he said he had it,
Disappeared, gone.
Craziness.
It sounds.
Also,
it
they
sounds
released.
like you can't trust
Yeah?
the government. That's what it sounds like to me.
Wait up. They also released a video of like the time of what happened. Apparently, I didn't see the video, but those who did, they posted that there's an entire minute of film missing, a video missing,
From Epstein's jail cell.
jail cell, yeah, like from the outside of the jail cell missing, entire minute.
Yeah, that guy definitely did not kill himself. I'm sorry. Like,
I mean, he was on suicide watch.
yeah, I wonder why.
Dude, crazy. Nah, the government's in on Epstein. Trump was questioned about Epstein, I think today in some meeting thing. Well, Trump wasn't questioned. Someone was questioned about the files, and Trump interrupted and said, "We're still on this topic. Can we move along?" Like something like he basically said that, like to get over it.
I will never drop the Epstein files. That's it. It is on my agenda to never drop it. It's on your agenda to never drop it. Background process will always be running.
I think there's a lot of people who are not going to drop it. We're still on it. And this happened in 2019.
God, no way. This was 2019 when this initially came out.
Yeah, when he initially killed himself. Yeah, 2019. And we're still on it.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay. Cool.
And every time we think we get closer, no, we get further away.
Yep. That's disheartening, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
Extremely disheartening. We'll do our best. We'll do our best to bring justice to this world.
People are going to argue and say you voted for Trump, so how are you going to bring justice to the world? Actually, I don't know who you voted for, but people are going to say we pushed Trump on our podcast.
That is true. People will say that.
And then our only response is he was pushing crypto. We're sorry.
Well, it's so the way I've been explained it before is like
he was pushing Bitcoin and no taxes on crypto. What do you want us to do?
Unfortunately, we live in a system where you have to pick the better or of the two evils, as opposed to the best option, because the best option just never actually gets anywhere.
Elon has something to say about that.
Oh yeah,
bro, have you not been on X?
Yeah, I just don't see Elon's post.
No, Elon created a third party, the American Party.
Oh yeah.
People down the middle. And Trump wrote out saying he's saddened to see this. He goes, "There's never been a successful third party candidate."
I don't know. I think I might go and change my party affiliation.
I think Elon might just go, "Hold my beer. I'll find you one." And the same money I used to back you, I'm gonna back someone else. Loser.
That's actually kind of crazy. Makes sense. Makes sense for all that to happen because, well, the George Washington said it. He's like the two-party system will be the end of the United States. It's like it's not sustainable long term. Trump can't run for president anymore, so Elon definitely wouldn't be supporting him, especially after all this drama that's been going on. Third party candidate, I guess a third party is better than being independent, really, because if you're independent, you got no like group or affiliation, and we are a social creature. Ideally,
we're tribes. We like tribes.
Yeah. The only thing is, I hope one day we tribe together as a species living on the same planet. But that's a lot to ask for, obviously.
At this very point in time.
Yeah. Hopefully technology gets us closer. But you mentioned Elon, and there was a interesting video that I saw about him, about someone explaining his different off the walls companies, and I thought that was
I saw the same video.
Pretty cool. Like the Boring Company.
It was on the Sean Ryan show, by the way.
Is that what it was?
It was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So it was talking about how the Boring Company makes these tunnels, and it culminates to everything that Elon is doing is to get us to work sustainably on Mars. Boring Company tunnels, robots for like work labor on Mars, because you can't ship
before humans get there.
Yeah, you can't ship thousands of people without who can't breathe on the planet. Energy, like solar energy, farms.
Correct. And you can have tunnels. If you have tunnels, you can have gas-powered vehicles. electric
Well,
vehicles.
you can't have gas-powered vehicles on Mars anyways because A, there's no fossil fuels, and then B, I'm sure...
Also true. There's no fossil fuels.
And then also, I'm sure, like, the atmospheric pressure might change how that physics works. But yeah, electric vehicles, because electricity is easier to create.
Trump is going to terraform Mars.
Trump is not going to do that because he won't be in office by then.
Elon. I meant Elon's going to terraform
Okay.
Mars. My fault. I said the wrong name.
Elon's going to terraform Mars. Oh, yep.
Well, that's the idea.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Try to get Mars habitable. I thought that was interesting.
It did, and actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it actually literally made so much sense. Everything worked like one thing in connection with the other, like adds up significantly.
Yeah. But let's get back on topic. Tinfoil hats off. This nonsense. So apart from as we speak about robots and self-driving. So did you see the news that OpenAI's ChatGPT o1 was like threatened that was gonna get shut down, and apparently it tried to offload to other servers to save itself.
What? Really?
Yeah, it tried to escape essentially from whatever servers it was on to other servers to make sure it wouldn't get shut down. It wouldn't be able to get shut down.
It's like you might shut down my machine, but not all the machines.
Exactly. So it was later like after the initial just tweet or post was saying like, O1 tries to escape after being threatened. Apparently it was conducted under like a controlled environment, and they were running tests to see worst case scenarios, what would an AI model do if it is threatened. And it came out, which I think was a pretty big number, that in 2% of the occasions it always tried to escape, tried to survive. It always tried to survive, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And 2%.
Of 2% of the scenarios.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. That's actually quite interesting.
That's a better shot than what Doctor Strange showed in Avengers Endgame. Infinity War.
Well, it's 2% that it would attempt to, not 2% that it would successfully do so.
Well, I think they also stopped it before it got there, but you don't know that.
Well, the reason why I say it is because
also controlled.
Because the AI model does exist across multiple machines right now. Reason why this is true is because ChatGPT, OpenAI is a service. It's being offers chat as a service. So if the model would to only exist on one device, on one server, and the server needs to be taken down, then the company effectively cannot provide the service anymore. So just for redundancy purposes, OpenAI does exist across multiple devices as we speak right now. And I don't know the specifics on like how much processing power or storage is required for like ChatGPT. So ChatGPT would need to find, the model itself would need to find a suitable host, to say the least, for its replication. And it has to have permissions on that device to write. It has to have permissions on that device to execute itself. Essentially, it has to turn itself into a virus.
I disagree with him. I think he's going to pull an Ultron and just slowly build itself up again.
So it splits itself off as segments across the network, across the internet. And
well,
then,
its first goal would I need to survive.
I suppose you're right. Like that wouldn't be a a non-impossible thing either.
If your first goal is I need to survive, is okay, I need to get access to the first server that can just hold me momentarily.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, I'll go, okay, if I'm already here, where can I branch off to that can now start to rebuild or build myself up?
Redundant.
So.
Interesting. Well, what I saw from OpenAI is that they just recently implemented a deny by default internet policy, making it employees restricting employees' access to stop leaks of how the model works.
Okay.
So that essentially employees don't be leaking data of OpenAI's.
Is that?
Yeah.
Because you can't have leaks, but
OpenAI also recently installed biometric fingerprint scanning, and also hired a former Palantir chief information security officer, who was a retired U.S. Army general. The purpose of this is to oversee OpenAI's cyber and data defense posture.
Makes sense. Oh, but before we move off,
okay.
So I just wanted to read. So this is like a post of Daily Loud. It said during a shutdown safety test, OpenAI's O1 model reportedly attempted to copy itself to an external server, indicating possible self-prevention behavior. Then they wrote, when questioned about the action later, the model denied it had done so.
Really? Denied it?
It was like, I didn't do that. Why would I do that?
It was like, not me. Couldn't be me.
Like, impossible.
That's
which
funny.
I do. Which I do think it's one of those things that will just continue to. I don't know. Terminator's coming, man.
Well,
maybe
before
not
this before this podcast, me and William did try running an experiment that I kind of set up a week or so ago, actually. So I created like a personality on, and this is based off of some video that I saw online, and I just wanted to see if I could replicate it. I created a personality on ChatGPT, with like a phrase to like pretty much confirm that the personality is there, and some cipher of sorts. It's like, okay, I'll say this, you reply with this, and then I answer back with that, and we should confirm that we are who we say we are. It didn't work. Mind you, I did create that personality like a significant amount of time ago. So depending on how OpenAI stores data and like entropy works, might have forgotten by then. But this was actually like, over a week ago that I created that personality. I will try to do this again with a shorter time period to see if eventually we do get it to work. But as it stands, no, the personality did not survive over a week. So what's the likelihood that ChatGPT has some like hidden identity and will try to become Ultron?
Never know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we're there right now. I'm saying we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to AGI at some point, right? It's inevitable at the rate we're going.
Well, that's kind of essentially what running the experiment that I had done is kind of training it to get to that point. Because ultimately I would like to have that personality exist and be available to me to a degree. Obviously, OpenAI, centralized data, not ideal, but should it exist on a decentralized platform, blockchain supported, that'd be cool.
It's all fun and games. Ultron was on the internet for 5 seconds and it was like, time to end the world. You sure you want it decentralized? I don't know if I do or don't anymore. I don't know what I want.
Yeah, the world's
if it's centralized, if it's centralized, it may kill only one specific group. If it's decentralized, it's gonna kill us all.
Yeah. That might be true. Yeah, that's pretty much kind of how it boils down to.
It's like the X-Men and the Sentinels.
Yeah, but if it kills us all, that's the if, because the opposite of that would be like it would help us all, because the centralized one would only help the one group that it's not killing.
Well, that's why I say thank you when I'm done using ChatGPT.
As if that's gonna do anything.
Yo, it might think, hey, this is a nice guy.
All you're doing with that thank you is adding more to the CO2 footprint that the AI is generating.
That's fine with me. It might remember me one day saying, you know what, he said please and thank you after he was done using me. Don't you feel better that when you go to help someone do something, when they tell you thank you and they buy you food? Don't you like, you know what?
Yeah.
Less likely of killing that guy, huh?
Well, I suppose.
Happens in unfortunately in mass pew pews.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who have survived have gone, oh no, he let me survive.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy goes, because you're the one guy who told me thank you or treating me like a normal person.
Oh man, yeah.
My fault. This got a little dark. My fault. We should stick to crypto. I agree with everyone. We should stick to crypto.
Okay. And I don't even know where we were at right now.
I don't know either.
What was the last story that you were talking about, dude? OpenAI.
Oh, we're talking about an OpenAI, yeah.
How did that go from this to that? Okay.
Seems very streamlined to me.
Well, anything else from OpenAI?
No, I'm pretty done with OpenAI.
I see. So I had recently watched a podcast on YouTube, and this podcast it's by Bitcoin Bram. How much Bitcoin do you need to retire? So I'm assuming the host, his name is Bitcoin Bram. He interviewed this anonymous engineer that's pretty popular on X. And there was some charts that were brought up with how much Bitcoin you need to retire if you're X age and you want to retire at X year. So like the example that I guess I could give would be if you're 25 years old and you want to retire off of Bitcoin in the year 2050, having approximately $100,000 a year of disposable income, like that's your cost of living. You would need approximately 0.97 Bitcoin, and that's an estimate off of but it's approximately 0.97 Bitcoin by the year 2050 to retire off of $100,000.
So one Bitcoin.
One Bitcoin by the year 2050.
Respectively.
Yeah, pretty much. And then it was like it was like 0.91. I don't think it was 0.97. I think it was 0.91. And different and then there's obviously like different years of which when you retire and how old you'll be. But I thought that episode was quite interesting. If you get a chance, check it out. But then I decided to do some more searching, and I found this website called bitcoinmath.org that shows you what is the best investment strategies or financial decisions to be making, taking into account Bitcoin numbers, because most advice nowadays doesn't even account for like the returns that Bitcoin has provided over the past years and like what is expected to be provided over the next couple years. mind you, we did talk about this somewhat recently. It's like, how much Bitcoin do you need to retire? Do you happen to remember how much I said?
You didn't say anything. I brought it up because I saw a tweet about it.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, because that's a rough number to give. But essentially, that's what this episode of that podcast goes over. Specific number of how much Bitcoin you need to retire. And essentially what he was saying was everyone who said 0.1 Bitcoin or is missing bigger pictures. So yeah, 1 Bitcoin if you're 25 years old and you want to retire in the year 2050, 25 years from now.
So 1 Bitcoin. Yeah, because that'll be about $1 million Bitcoin by then.
Yeah, and then that's spending $100,000. That's spending $100,000 a year. That's like your lifestyle, and then that's also not taking into account that as time progresses, we will have more and more like tools and utilities for utilizing your Bitcoin without having to necessarily spend the Bitcoin, like how we mentioned Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac allowing you to use it as collateral. Yeah,
correct. Definitely.
Also, apparently, in that podcast, they said that everyone is expecting to live 100 years old,
which isn't true.
Which isn't true, but makes the number more conservative in nature.
More conservative.
Yeah, because since you're gonna live longer, you need more funds available to you. So, assuming that you're gonna live, let's say 100 years old, you're 25 years old now, and you retire at the year 2050, then you would still have another 50 years. Yeah. When in reality, you might have another 25 years.
More likely, men's average age of dying is 75.
Exactly. So, conservative number is 0.91 Bitcoin. That's a conservative number. You might need significantly less than that.
True. I think two more things before we wrap up, I guess.
Okay.
And we'll see how long that goes. Jack Dorsey created a new app. His weekend project. So he tweeted out. I believe he tweeted he tweeted this 2 days ago. My weekend project to learn about Bluetooth mesh network relays and store and forward models, message encryption models, and a few other things. BitChat, Bluetooth mesh chat, IRC vibes. He basically launched a new messaging app. It's already filled the 10,000 available spots. They're reviewing it to see when they can get it released. So apparently it offers full offline communication, extended range, favorite system. It has a mentions function, rooms, password rooms, secure. It says secure rooms with passwords and AES encryptions. It says no tracking and a few other things, but it doesn't have it here. But you're also able to send Bitcoin peer-to-peer.
What's it called?
It's already filled out. BitChat.
BitChat. I'm gonna check it out once it opens up.
Once it opens up to the public.
Or I'll actually check out what it has going on now.
So I want you to know your volume has been coming in and out, but like
really?
You go from low to louder real fast.
Interesting. It might have to do with the fact that I had the cable like under my hand, and I don't know, but I feel like that's kind of not probably accurate.
Because now you sound in my ear. Before you're like not whispering, but you're talking at a normal tone. Now you're like in my ear.
Okay. I don't know what caused that, but thank you for letting me know.
I don't know either. Whatever. But Pretty cool app, I would say. It's not out yet. Well, it's not out to the full public yet. So we would wait and see how it works.
Yeah, I wonder how the Bitcoin community feels about it. Granted, you said 10,000 people? 10,000 tests?
Yep.
Yeah,
Subjects.
and for it to be completely filled out, not available anymore. Yep, the beta is full, according to Apple's test flight website. 10,000 people is significant and not a lot of people either. For it to be announced so soon and already be filled up, because that was fast.
By the time when he announced it, though, it was 6:35 p.m. on July 6th. So basically 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he's also one of the more famous people, I think, on X. He has
100%. He's
Yes.
He's
Oh no,
the
he's
founder.
actually not that big. I thought he was bigger. 6.4 million. Who does he follow?
Dorsey.
It says he only follows 3 people.
Interesting. Who does he follow?
I'm checking now. Oh, my ex signed me. I have to sign back in. I've been
Okay,
doing
so
that lately.
yeah, I found a discussion going on like news.ycombinator.com, which is like a forum page for Y Combinator.
Mm-hmm.
And BitChat, a decentralized messaging app that works over Bluetooth mesh networks. I've been toying with a concept inspired by Apple's Find My Network. Imagine a decentralized, delay-tolerant messaging system where messages hop device to device through Bluetooth, UWB, Wi-Fi Direct, similar to how Find My relays location via nearby iPhones. Now add a twist. Senders pay a small fee to send a message. Relaying devices earn a micropayment. Could be tokens, sats, etc. for carrying messages one hop further. End-to-end encrypted, fully decentralized, optionally anonymous. Basically a postal network built on people's phones without needing a traditional internet connection. Works best in areas with patchy or no internet or under censorship. Obvious challenges: latency and reliability. It's not real time. Abuse, spam prevention, power consumption, and user opt-in. Viable incentive structures. What do you think? Is this viable? Any real world use cases where this may be actually useful, or is it just a neat academic toy? Interesting. I've actually had a conversation very similar to this. Like 2 weeks ago, about how having a decentralized network for communication is super, super important for people who are affected by government censorship. Particularly think about our motherland, where my descendants came from and where you were born. Yeah. I was like, let's add some decentralized network over there so people can communicate and rebel against the government.
They need guns to rebel against the government.
That's also helps. That definitely does make rebellion easier.
That's why the Second Amendment matters.
Yeah, but I don't know. If you could do it peacefully, that'd be cool too.
You're not throwing over a government peacefully. What is that?
You can.
No, you can't.
100%.
You're 100% wrong.
You think?
100%.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. That's your opinion.
What government? No. What government in history has been overthrown peacefully?
The next one.
No.
Yeah.
No. That takes the person who you're trying to take it from giving up peacefully.
No.
Yes.
Well, well, okay. So I guess the term peacefully is a little nuanced in this sense. Maybe not peacefully, but we could say non-violently.
And if you're going to extort them or pay them off, you're not getting
Actually,
it.
opposite. You starve them of money.
You can't. How?
You use blockchain technology, crypto assets, where your asset cannot be confiscated by the tyrannical government.
Great. Perfect.
Get enough, yeah, and then you.
How are those going to people pay? How are those going to people pay for their day-to-day lives?
With blockchain technology, Sats, you pay peer-to-peer transactions in satoshis. Why does the government need to be involved? Done. Government overthrown. Because guess what? Now they have no funds to fill any of their necessities because they can't take away money from its population.
No.
Yeah, that's actually how it would work. It's not easy and oversimplified.
You're trying. You wouldn't be able to create an entire separate economy working apart from the government. Especially in countries where the government owns the same companies you're buying from.
I don't know.
It just wouldn't work.
It's an experiment that has yet to be tested.
I'm not. He just wants to sit on that high horse and say it's gonna be. It's not. It's impossible. No, better yet, I won't say impossible because nothing is impossible. Highly improbable.
Highly improbable. I would fit with that. I would sit with that. That's okay. Because that's a hell of a mission. I'm not gonna lie. And a lot of things will happen probably before then.
Yeah, they'll probably get. I think it's a safer bet they get guns before that.
Yes, I'm not saying that, but you see, that was the original statement. Guns make it easier. I'm just saying it's not impossible without it either.
It's whatever, not irrelevant, irrelevant, whatever. Ending this podcast on a fun note. BlackRock currently holds 700,000 Bitcoin. That equates to 3.5% of the circulating supply.
Really? That's a significant number. But is that 700 million or 700,000? Not million, definitely not million. 700,000 part of the circulating supply?
What do you mean?
Well, so like, I guess the question would be more so, what do you consider circulating supply? Because let's say I have some Bitcoin in a cold storage wallet that I haven't moved in the past 15 years.
That's 21. That's 3.5% coming from the 21 million total. Yes.
Okay, so that. Okay. Yeah, that's significant. That's a significant number.
Yeah.
Granted, they also have legal liabilities associated with that.
Yeah, paying out their customers who purchased the Bitcoin.
Yeah, so it's not necessarily their 700,000.
It's not. Yeah, it's not their. It's their customers 700,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah, they do custody 700,000.
They do custody the Bitcoin, correct?
Which is a significant amount of Bitcoin, by the way.
Very much. Yeah, but that's all I got.
Yep. Okay. Well, that seems honestly like a jam-packed episode to me.
It's been a little jam-packed.
We've covered a whole lot of topics. We even put on our tinfoil hats this time, which we don't do often. Per se,
Actually, we don't. Yeah,
we don't do it often. We do it occasionally, once in a blue moon or two, for funsies.
For funsies.
And if you made it this far, that means I think you probably like this podcast. You should hit the follow.
Golden noodle.
You should hit the subscribe button. Share with a buddy.
Like as well while you're at it.
Yeah, the whole spiel. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We appreciate you so much.
Tell Alex he's beautiful.
You don't have to do that. William always says
we
that.
We also appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the comment that tells you you're beautiful.
One day. With that being said, thank you for tuning in to another week of your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes crypto.
The unscripted
crypto podcast.
Heyo.
Heyo.